What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a video all about finding jobs here in Las Vegas and what you should do before moving. Okay, so like I said, today's video is going to be all about how you can find some jobs here in Las Vegas. And before we get into that, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe down below if you're interested in more videos about this specific topic and interested in videos about my life here in Vegas. So first off, just getting into this video, the first thing would be, if you're looking for a job here in Las Vegas, I would suggest seeking out some sort of startup. There's a ton of new businesses that have been relocating here from, anything from video production to Zappos to all other different businesses that are moving here because of the cheaper business structure. Now, many of these companies are coming over from California, some are from other states, but for the most part, we're seeing more businesses from California relocate here for tax purposes. Now, with businesses relocating here, that brings new jobs. So the thing with when you're starting with a business that is just moving here, that's a newer business, that's a startup, something to be aware of is that they are super flexible with their thinking. They're not as closed-minded as a big corporation like a Burger King, a McDonald's, a big hotel chain like a Marriott, things like that. Those companies they're set in stone for the most part. They're not going to be as open to new ideas. Whereas if you can find a company that's a newer startup business, you may not get paid as much. Sometimes you get paid a lot more, just depending on the company, but they're going to be more open to you expressing your creativity, allowing you to be part of that business and being able to grow that business. And typically with those type of structures, if you're there from the beginning stages of that business and you stay throughout, you are going to earn more money because you've been loyal to that company, and you're probably closer to the owners than you would be like if you worked for Marriott. You're never going to know the owner of that company. So to them, you're just another employee, you're just another number. Whereas if you can help build a startup, you're going to be a part of that company. Now, this is not obviously exclusive to Las Vegas. There's San Francisco, Silicon Valley. There's new businesses popping up everywhere. So this can apply to anywhere. This is not specific to Las Vegas, but I think that this is just a great way for you to seek out finding work before you move here to Las Vegas. And just to go a little more in depth on how you can do that and kind of what role you'll be looking for, like let's say you have always been a front desk agent, I don't know, and you're looking to maybe do something a little bit different. I need you to think outside of the box. And whenever you're going to be working with a newer company, what I would suggest is think of ways that you can help that company to make more money. Because when a company is starting up, money is everything. Money is the oxygen to that company. Without money, they don't survive, and then you don't have a job. So if you can figure out something that can allow them to get more customers, that can allow them to get more awareness, that can allow more people to know about the brand, anything that helps in that marketing aspect, that's what I would suggest. So if you can do things like Facebook ads, social media marketing, you can do YouTube, all these different platforms, Instagram, there's so many things and ways that you can help a new startup business. So just try to think of different ways that you can add value to that business. And I guarantee you that if you stick with that business and the business grows, you will always have a job and you will always have a good wage. So the next subject that I want to cover about the job market would be the big one, and this is the hospitality industry. So if you're somebody who's planning on coming here and doing anything in the food, restaurant, gaming, bars, anything like that, casinos, you're going to need a couple things. Now, the first two you're going to need a TAM card and you're going to need your health card. These are all from the state and from Clark County. So you're going to need to get these before you move here. I would recommend going online. There is current prices. I think it's like $40 to $50. But what I'll do is I'll just put links down in the description so that you can check the current prices, how to get set up with those cards before you move here. Because here's the thing. If you're applying to these jobs, you want to have what you need already. You don't want these jobs to reach out to you. They ask you if you have the cards, you say no, because now they have to wait on you to go get the cards. They have to wait for you to take the class. They have to wait for you to get approved. They have to wait for you to receive the cards. And by the time that happens, they're probably going to hire somebody else instead of you. So something that I like to always tell people is act like you have the job that you want already. Don't act like the job that you're already in. So right now you may not have a job. Don't act like you don't have a job. If you want to work in hospitality, be prepared. Have the things that you need before you apply for those jobs. Now, if you're moving here next week, and you're filling out applications and you're getting calls and you're not going to be here for a week, get on getting those cards as soon as possible. So if you're watching this right now, you plan on moving here and you want to do something in hospitality, right after this video, click the links in the description, get your cards and get all set. The next thing that you're gonna need will be your sheriff's card, but this card you're gonna get actually after you get hired, so your employer will set you up with all of that, so you have to do nothing as far as that goes. Now, the last thing I wanna touch on with hospitality is if you're looking for something in that field, I would suggest going on to hospitalityonline.com. This is an excellent website. It has everything and anything in the hospitality industry. You'll put in your experience, any hotel brands you've worked for, what type of jobs you're interested in, full-time, part-time, and you can go ahead and filter everything and see what's available before you move here. So the next thing we're gonna cover is if you're somebody who maybe isn't interested in working with a startup, maybe you don't have any connection to a startup, you're just not really about that, you wanna work for a large, secure corporation, and you don't wanna work in hospitality. This is gonna be for any other field. Let's say you wanna work at Target, I don't know, maybe as a manager, a stalker, whatever it is, you wanna work for Big Lots, a grocery store, a big bank, any type of bigger company, or maybe you just wanna do an admin job. I'm not sure what it is you wanna do, but this is for anything outside of hospitality and outside of working with a startup. We have everything here, guys. So this is no different than your city in Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, Los Angeles. I mean, yes, it's a lot smaller than a lot of those cities, but there still is everything else here. We still need people to work in banks. We still need people to work in the grocery stores. We still need administrative services. We need health services. We need all of these occupations. So yes, we have things besides hospitality here, and it's gonna be the same thing that I said for that. Get a job set up before you move here. I would not recommend moving here without a job unless you have a substantial amount of savings, you have a place to live, and you'll be good for 3 to 6 months while you look for the job. But instead of burning through your savings, I would have something set up so that from day one when you move here, you're not burning through savings. You can keep that in your savings and then have a job already set up for you. Some sites that I would recommend would be Indeed.com. You can use Monster. You can use LinkedIn. I think Facebook even has a jobs marketplace now. So just do your due diligence before you move here. I don't, again, ever suggest anybody just get up, just decide they're moving to Vegas, move here with no plan. So set yourself up for success, guys. And again, we have every type of job that you're gonna be looking for here. The last thing I wanna touch on is if you are gonna go the risky route, you are going to move here without a job, you have some savings, and you still need a way to make some money. There's so many different things you can do. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but there's a lot of opportunity you can do online nowadays. Besides that, another thing you can do that a lot of people do is they drive for Uber, they drive for Lyft, you can do DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber Eats, you can do all types of food delivery services, and it's on your own time. So you work when you want, as much as you want. No, these are not the greatest jobs. No, these are not the greatest paying jobs, but they do allow you to have that flexibility. So if you are out applying for jobs, you are able to go to an interview at 10 a.m. or noon or 2 p.m. and then work around that and still do these side gigs such as Uber, Lyft, etc. Now, before you do that, when you move here, you are gonna need to register with Clark County. You're gonna need to get a business license, and you're also gonna need to get a TNC permit, which is Transportation Network Company. So I'll again put the links for these down in the descriptions if you're interested in trying any of these out, and you can read all about how to get started and all of that. But these are just great options for those people who, you know, they need to get out of where they are. For whatever reason, maybe their life situation is not allowing them to stay where they are. They need to get here. They have some money to get an apartment, get a place set up, and they just need something to have some sort of income while they look for a job. These are great options. This is actually what I did when I moved from Florida to California. I did Uber, and it allowed me to still make some money and live and be able to, you know, do what I want to do and work around my schedule. So again, it's not the greatest job, but just realize that it's not going to be forever. And a great tip here that I wasn't even planning on putting in this video is you can use those services to network. So you never know who you're going to get in your car. You know, you could go to pick somebody up, and like me, for example, I had Little Bow Wow when I was in Orlando. I had Draymond Green when I was in LA. So I had multiple people that, you know, I never knew would end up in my car. You know, and I got multiple business cards from different people, and I was able to actually get some side jobs here and there, doing some video editing and other things to help me to create an income. So you never know who you're gonna meet, guys. Again, in these jobs, it's not gonna be the most glamorous, but always provide good service, be happy, be smiling, because you never know who you're gonna meet, and you could actually have a life-changing opportunity come to you in your back seat. So just always be aware of that. And that's with any job you have, always treat it with the utmost respect, do your best at it, because at the end of the day, your name is on it. It's a reflection of you. So always just do your best. And with that being said, guys, that is this video. I hope that this helped you out. If you still have any questions about maybe getting jobs here or anything else that you guys want me to cover about moving here to Las Vegas, let me know down in the comments. And if you're not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next one.